Hello again, everybody. Today's talking point, we're going to be looking at G.I. Joe building brick sets. No, not Lego toys, but Joe's own legally distinct yet functionally compatible products. Now, G.I. Joe's actually had 3 separate toy lines that are Lego compatible. Built to Rule, Kre-o, and Creative Bricks. Now, while Built to Rule and Kre-o were Hasbro endeavors, Creative Bricks are actually produced by Forever Clever, a toy company out of Michigan. So, how can I compare 3 separate toy lines produced in 3 different decades? Well, you see, they all have one point of comparison. They all made their own take on that Cobra mainstay, the H.I.S.S. Yes, Cobra's signature tank was made in 3 separate times and in 3 radically different ways. So let's take a look. First up from 2004 is the Built to Rule tank. Now straight away you're going to notice something unusual about this thing. It's big. That's because Built to Rule toys were scaled for use with the mainline 3 3/4 inch figures. So it's actually only slightly smaller than the original 1983 H.I.S.S. Now, most of the G.I. Joe Built to Rule vehicles and playsets were of original designs, so even getting a H.I.S.S tank out of this is something of a small miracle. And the fact that it looks like a classic H.I.S.S tank is even luckier, given the concurrent designs. In terms of play features, the original H.I.S.S tank doesn't really have a lot going on. Opening canopy, rotating turret, and elevating cannons. And of course, hidden wheels to cover up the fact that this tank has non-functional treads. So, actually all 3 of the building brick sets we're showing you today actually have functioning rubber treads, so that's already one up on the actual H.I.S.S tank that these things have. The BTR H.I.S.S sacrifices the elevating cannons, though, for spring-loaded missile launchers. But keeps the opening canopy and the rotation. Being a second-year G.I. Joe BTR toy, this H.I.S.S uses a specialized geared brick gimmick, where rotating the gear at the back of the vehicle actually rotates the launchers as well. Unfortunately, the launchers aren't securely connected, and the front heavy weight means they fall off a lot. And while we don't have any decals to apply on here, several panels have tampgraphs for detail, so we still get a unit number for this, which is apparently 816. Okay. I think the front of this H.I.S.S is a little wonky, and while I miss an actual gunner station turret, I can appreciate that there's room in the back to fit another figure. The driver included with this set is Cobra Commander, retooled from his version 15 figure from 2003. Interestingly, they retained the thigh articulation, something budgeted out of the mainline retail release, and must have been done real late in the process because it's still present in earlier press photos. And I actually kind of love that these figures come with brick pieces strapped to their forearms and shins. In addition to making the figures more interactive with the brick pieces, it actually kind of creates a more internal logic onto how you can combine these toys with the non-BTR stuff. They even tried integrating this as technology in the Valor vs. Venom movie.
That's it. We'll have to walk from here.
I don't know about that. High-tech designed this with reconfigurable technology.
It's amazing you could convert that wreck into this hovercraft so fast, gung-ho.
Thanks to high-tech's design.
Next up is the Kre-o H.I.S.S, released in 2013. As you can plainly see, this tank is significantly smaller than its Built to Rule incarnation, as Kre-o was scaled to the Lego minifigures. Unfortunately, this H.I.S.S was only available in the larger Arashikage Dojo set, and that larger price tag may have sworn off potential buyers. A pity too, as this is one of the few first-year G.I. Joe Kre-o vehicles that wasn't a made-up design or leftover Battleship movie build. Strangely, this H.I.S.S is blue. Not the traditional color, but, not unheard of either. It's a sturdy build, no pieces likely to fall off. In addition to the rubber treads, opening canopy, and rotating turret, this H.I.S.S features pressure-launched missiles and an opening cargo area at the back of the tank, which hides a platform-mounted gun of some kind. The way the launchers are mounted onto the turret actually allows for a small degree of elevation, so this is the only building brick H.I.S.S that has all the features of the original tank. Decals are supplied on a single sheet along with the dojo stickers, adding those finishing touches we all expect on a H.I.S.S. The unit number on this set is 877, sort of the inverse of the traditional number. Destro and Baroness minifigures are included, with their ball-jointed shoulders and hips. These figures actually feature a better range of motion than traditional LEGO minifigures. And the vac metallized chrome on Destro's head is actually a really nice touch. Shiny. Lastly, there's the Creative Bricks H.I.S., first appearing in 2021. If you didn't know Creative Bricks was the name of this toy line, don't blame yourself. It's not actually written on the box. I only found out when I went to the Forever Clever website while researching this video. Speaking of the box, though, it's actually my favorite of the three, as it features the artwork of the original H.I.S. tank. Can't beat a classic. The H.I.S. itself is the smallest of the three. Rubber treads, opening cockpit, and rotating turret. That's really all there is to this thing. It feels like it was made to a budget, as you can't actually fit the included driver into the cockpit. Let's give it a shot, huh? Let's see. Yeah, not good. If it was just one stud length wider, he'd probably be able to fit inside. And speaking of the driver, his name is also missing from the instructions. According to the marketing photo, he's the Cobra operator. Made-up character with a made-up design. Kind of a mix between a Cobra trooper and a H.I.S. driver in black. Annoyingly, while the decal sheet included is actually very nice, the instructions don't mention those either. I had to figure it out from the render on the back of the box. And even then, you have to extrapolate that the positioning is based on the original H.I.S. tank, as not all the decals are shown in the picture. Unfortunately, this tank does not hold together well. The guns are constantly falling off. The bricks have trouble fitting together and staying in place, and it took quite a bit of effort actually to get the bogies to stay while I was applying the treads. It was a task. It feels more like a display piece and less like a toy, like you want to glue all the parts in place and just kind of set it on the counter and leave it there. One thing I will say for this line's favor, though, is that a lot of their releases are based on existing G.I.Joe and Cobra vehicles, so they do look familiar. As I mentioned, this set comes with the Cobra operator. Now, the minifigures in this line feature hinged articulation with a range of motion on par with LEGO minifigures. Unusually, you have to completely build the figures from its base parts. So, you have to attach the legs to the waist, hands to the arms, and the arms to the torso. Whereas with LEGO and Kre-o figures, those pieces sort of come pre-assembled. Now, since the Cobra operator is a unique design, it's not ideal as a comparison piece, but luckily the Rattler set comes with Cobra Commander and Destro figures. And as you can see, the figures cover the same designs as their Kre-o counterparts, but the Kre-o figures feature more detailed limbs and unique secondary pieces. Though I can appreciate the little bumps on the Forever Clever figures have for noses on their faces. Of the three, my favorite is the Kre-o H.I.S., though I can appreciate the Built to Rule one for its scale and compatibility with the 3 3/4 inch line. The Kre-o H.I.S., though, it just feels like the best designed of the three. It's helped by the fact that there were already 2 years worth of Kre-o products on the shelves before Hasbro got around to G.I.Joe. They really were firing on all cylinders here, though I do wish the vehicle was black. But, I'm a traditionalist that way. Still, it's fun to see the H.I.S. tanks translated so differently in all 3 instances. And I'm curious what your thoughts are. So let us know in the comments. And don't forget to do all that social media stuff, like, share, subscribe, what have you. The more this channel grows, the more we can make these videos for you. Let us know how we're doing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Articulated Points. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'd appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to learn more about some of the toys featured in this episode, or want to follow us on social media, links are in the description below this video.